If you guys have been following the news surrounding Huawei the past couple of months, then it shouldn't come as any shock that legal troubles continue to plague the company. Accusations of fraud, government spying, and sanctions violations are all things that the controversial company has been accused of lately. After a few months of openly denying these allegations, it looks like Huawei is getting ready to defend itself in court. In fact, by the time I finish editing and uploading this video, it's likely that these legal proceedings will already be in motion. Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Sean, and you're watching The Analyst. Let's go back to December of 2018. Chief Financial Officer of Huawei, Meng Wanzhou, was detained and then later arrested in Canada by the Canadian Border Services Agency. At the time of initial arrest, the charges were referred to as unspecified, and then later were declared as part of an indictment against Huawei on charges of bank fraud and sanctions violations. However, the prominent narrative by both the US and Canadian governments have been that the Chinese Communist Party could potentially access sensitive data via backdoors in the company's telecommunications equipment. Huawei, however, has been outspoken against these claims. The company says that no evidence has been provided to the company or the public that this is the case. In fact, both company executives and government officials in Beijing claim that these accusations are politically motivated. In a statement issued by President Donald Trump when asked if he would drop charges against Huawei, Trump said, "We'll be making that decision and we'll be talking to the Attorney General," indicating that there is potential for the US to drop these charges depending on how trade negotiations between the US and China turn out. In an attempt to contest these charges, Meng Wanzhou has declared a lawsuit against the Canadian Border Services Agency. Ms. Meng claims that she was detained and questioned before she was informed that she was under arrest. She also claims that her electronic equipment, a phone, a laptop, and an iPad, were illegally searched, also before she was informed that she was under arrest. In parallel to this lawsuit, Huawei is also suing the US government for banning their telecommunications equipment from being used by federal employees. According to a source cited by the New York Times, Huawei is probably going to contest that the banning of their equipment is a bill of attainder, a piece of legislation that punishes, in this case, a single company without trial. All of this comes at an essential time for Huawei, who recently has been driving massive sales in the smartphone market. In 2018, they knocked Apple down to third place in the smartphone market and are now second only to Samsung. Along with increasing success in the now declining smartphone market, many federal officials in several countries are worried about Huawei's advantage in the race for 5G. Being that Huawei has a clear edge in infrastructure and finances, there are few companies who will be able to directly compete with Huawei, forcing carriers to either use Huawei's technology or settle for less developed and competitive technology. What do you guys think? Do you feel like Huawei has a point with these lawsuits, or do you feel like that the US and Canadian government are right not to use their technologies? Leave a comment down below with your thoughts. Also, if you like this video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next time.